Every time I tell you how lazy Donald Trump is and how little work he's doing, how long he's spending at his golf clubs and on the golf course, how long he is spending watching TV and how he never reads, it's sort of a mixed bag because on the one hand, obviously, I don't want a lazy piece of crap president. I want somebody who does things and reads things and is informed and studies issues deeply, something that I just have seen no evidence Donald Trump is actually capable of. On the other hand, though, there is this sense in which, like, the less Trump does, maybe the better off we are. But according to a new report, Donald Trump has receded even further into this never ending cycle or circle of watching Fox News and eating and tweeting. Because as of yesterday morning, Donald Trump has had nothing on his schedule all week other than lunch with Mike Pence one day and his presidential daily briefing, which for most presidents is an extensive meeting with our intelligence community after having read a bunch of stuff on paper and studied other issues related to it the night before. For Trump, the PDB, the presidential daily briefing, has been reduced to a single page, mostly pictures and charts and graphs with a couple of bullet points. That's all that Donald Trump has had on his schedule. And reportedly, that PDB did not go well yesterday morning. Trump reportedly reaming out Dan Coats, the director of national intelligence. So what else is Trump doing? Is Trump spending so much time on the phone negotiating great deals that he needs his schedule to be completely clear? Is he involved in more secret talks with Vladimir Putin, of which there are going to be no records whatsoever? Is he about ready to get Mexico to pay for the wall and it's taking up time? Is he preparing for Black History Month, which starts on February 1st? Somehow, I don't think so. Or is he just lazy and doing nothing and worried about the storm cloud of criminality that is closer and closer to completely enveloping him? Now, you would be completely appropriate if you said, well, hold on, David. What did a day out of President Obama's schedule look like, just to compare? Very good question. I took a look. I picked a random day out of President Obama's schedule. And what you'll realize is that President Obama had a very different schedule than Trump. For example, at 9:30 a.m., this was, by the way, after President Obama would get up and either exercise or read, neither activity one that Donald Trump partakes in. 9:30 a.m., President and Vice President received the presidential daily briefing. 10 a.m., in come the senior advisors to the president. 10:30 a.m., President goes directly into a cabinet meeting. 12:15, the President and Vice President meet for lunch privately. At 1:30, the President meets with members of the Technology CEO Council. At 4:30, the President and Vice President have a meeting with Secretary of Defense Gates, even though they already had the presidential daily briefing at 9:30 in the morning. 6:20 p.m., the president delivers remarks on the situation in Egypt. And then, of course, we know that President Obama would then go to the residence and read up documents, briefings, books, nonfiction, fiction. So there's a very clear difference here, Pat. The only question is, are we better off the less Trump does?
That's a good question. I've never been able to get a conclusive answer on that. And I would just say that being lazy every now and then, that's all well and good. It's nice to veg out. Like, I'm going on vacation next week, for example, and I'm looking forward to it. But I'm not the president. I think when you decide to run for president and you get elected, you have to be able to invest that 4-year period and work as hard as you can, only take a little bit of time off here and there. And even then, you're getting working vacations. You have to be able to be committed to the job, and Trump just isn't.
Yeah, and there's a couple of other elements here as well, which is that this didn't just sneak up on Trump. Trump actually said, I'm going to be so busy, I'm not going to be leaving the White House. There's not going to be any golfing or anything like that. He's setting records for how much he golfs. And if we look at Trump's tweets this week, they're seeming like kind of extra flaccid and weak. And I think that there may be something just more generally going on with him. Check out this example. Trump tweeted yesterday, if the committee of Republicans and Democrats now meeting on border security is not discussing or contemplating a wall or physical barrier, they are wasting their time. Yeah, all right, okay. You've said that before, and it's pretty boring, and it doesn't really seem to have any power behind it now that you completely lost the shutdown. So my question to the audience is as follows. Should we be critical of this lazy imposter president, Or should we be glad that he's not actually doing things, since what he does is bad for the country and for the world? A lot of people wrote to me saying, yeah, the less involved Trump is, the better off everyone is. But I don't think it's that simple. And the reason why is Trump told us he was going to hire the best people. Obviously, that hasn't happened. Even when Trump is just watching Fox and Friends, those horrible cabinet members and staffers are still out there damaging the world. It's really a double-edged sword, and I could sort of see it from both sides. But what we do know for sure is the guy's barely doing a damn thing. Hey guys, if you have a dog or a cat at home, or if you're looking for the perfect gift for somebody in your life who has a dog or a cat, check out today's sponsor, Pet Box, a subscription box where you can get 50% off of your first box when you click the link under this video and use the coupon code Pakman. When you sign up for Pet Box, you get an awesome selection of premium toys, all natural treats for your dog or cat, delivered to your doorstep every month. And each month the box is totally different. It's actually very affordable. When you sign up for the dog box, you tell them what size dog you have, and you get a monthly variety of chew toys, raw hides, bags of dog treats, and a whole bunch of other cool items catered to the size of your dog. The cat box comes with a ton of different stuff every month, like catnip, toys, snacks, things for them to scratch on. And almost everything that comes in each box is made by small, family-owned businesses. I just got the dog box for my dad's English lab named Nemo, who, if you follow me on Instagram, you're probably familiar with. Got a bunch of cool stuff, including pterodactyl treats and a chew hide thing. Obviously, I don't know what all these things are called. And a toy, which I know my dad is just going to love that noise. And the best thing about Pet Box is that they give 10% of the proceeds to a nonprofit called Tender Loving Canines, which helps provide service dogs to people with autism and to vets with PTSD. So part of your purchase goes to a really good cause. And like I said, you can get half off your first box when you click the link under this video and use the coupon code PAKMAN. That's PAKMAN.